Hi everyone, my name's Amaya and I'm here with Will Merriwether from the College of the Redwoods to talk about the importance of voting. So our first question for you today, Will, is why is voting important and why do you do it?
So voting is the way in which we get to engage with our government, and also our government is us. So we get to decide who is going to make essentially life or death decisions about us. And whenever we go to vote, especially at the national stage, we're voting on issues such as healthcare, and we're talking about issues of who do we want to be the commander-in-chief? Who do we want to make decisions about our life? Locally, we're making decisions about who's going to be on the school board, who's going to provide education. And so we get to make those decisions, and without voting, we're allowing someone else to select individuals who are going to impact our life without our input. So any election that you have the capability to vote in, you should do so. Because there have been plenty of local elections that have been decided by either one vote or a tie. And in local elections, whenever it's decided by a tie, there's a flip of a coin or drawing straws. That's not how democracy should work.
Great. So what's an important issue you care about and why does voting affect that issue?
Education is a huge issue for me, of course, as a teacher. And so I vote for, increasing access to education, reducing smaller class sizes, because technology has really changed who we are as a nation, and we need an educated workforce, and we need an educated population to deal with that. And that's at a local and a state level. And nationally, I vote on healthcare issues as well as veterans issues. Those are all important to me.
Great. So what is your plan for voting during the COVID-19 pandemic?
So California is sending out mail-in ballots to everyone. I plan to fill out my ballot and mail it back in within a week of receiving it. But my plan is to also try to work the polls on Election Day for those who do not want to mail in their ballots. This is one simple way in which individuals can also participate in government, simply by working the polls.
Great. So how and where do you get your information about voting?
So the California Secretary of State website provides information about voting, at least for the state. And in regards to political issues, there are websites that you can look at that will provide a nonpartisan view of what is on the ballot. That is Ballotpedia. If you're not sure of which candidate more closely aligns with you, you could go to isidewith.com. But when it comes to reading the news and understanding what's going on, I look at a variety of news sources, from the New York Times to The Economist. And occasionally I will check out what both CNN and Fox are reporting as well, to try to build a basis of information.
Great. And one last question. How do you make well-informed decisions on how to vote?
So in order to make a well-informed decision of how you vote, you should first figure out what is most important to you, what are things that you're unwilling to compromise on, and then what are issues that you are willing to compromise on. And if there are certain issues that you're unwilling to compromise on, figure out which politician has those issues and supports those particular issues. And if there are things that you are willing to compromise on, look at who you are and what is it that you want to achieve the most. No candidate is perfect. You're not voting for a perfect candidate. You're voting for an individual that is going to do most of what you want to achieve if you win the position of power.
Wow, these are great answers. Thank you so much.
And so I think that's probably the best way of looking at voting. Thank you.